I believe in the power of real-life stories. When I started writing, I wrote fiction. I wanted so badly to convey something that people couldn't pull themselves out of, something people felt was real, but I struggled. One night, on a 4-hour car ride home from New Jersey, my father started telling me the real-life story about what it was like for him and his siblings growing up. He explained how hard things were and how grateful he is for the family he has now. The story drew me into it, and in that moment, I realized that I didn't need to make up stories. They were already all around me. For me, there has always been a big difference between made-up stories and real-life stories. Growing up, I wasn't like the rest of the girls. I went and saw Titanic at my local $2 theater, and when Jack sank into the abyss, I held my friend's tissue box and didn't shed a single tear. It wasn't real, so it didn't hurt. There were no repercussions. After all, Leo was still alive. But when I watched the documentary Young at Heart, I can't help but cry. When the people die in that movie, they die in real life too. The reactions of those who lose them are very pure. Nothing filmically can be more intense. Real-life stories move me in a way that made-up stories never have. In fiction, there is a disconnect, an escape route, but in real life, you never know what's going to be around the next corner, and you can't stop it from coming. Fiction ends. Real life goes on. Once I discovered the power of my father's real-life story, I knew I had to find a way to pass it on to others. This is why I became a documentary filmmaker. It's because I believe that everyone has the subconscious ability to present a philosophy to the world, and I intend to help every one of them display that philosophy with pride and dignity. So when I got the opportunity to spend a year making a documentary, I thought, what could be more appropriate than the story that has inspired me from the beginning? We traveled to 15 different houses, filming as many family members as we could, and trying to understand how to tell the story that is their lives. There were times of struggle, but my father, his siblings, and I have learned a lot about what it means for us to be a family. I will continue to push myself to uncover real-life stories, because I believe in the voice of someone no one has ever heard from before. And it is all there for the observant onlooker to discover. It's around every one of us every day, and it's in the smallest interactions. You just have to start looking.